HoopsOnLane.com Fan Podcast, Episode 42, Northwestern Postgame.
Hoops on Lane Fan Podcast is sponsored by About Face Cosmetic Therapy Center, because basketball season is also laser hair removal season.
You're listening to Hoops on Lane, a fan-produced pregame and postgame podcast about the Ohio State University men's basketball team. Visit hoopsonlane.com or subscribe where you listen to podcasts for all the latest episodes and information. Now here's your host, Dave Horning.
Greetings, Hoops fans. This is Dave Horning for HoopsOnLane.com Fan Podcast with a postgame review of the Buckeyes' victory over Northwestern, winning by the score of 71-65. The game was played at Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. Congratulations to the Buckeyes for an overall team win based on solid contributions from many players. But congratulations and respect must also go out to Northwestern coach Chris Collins, who designed an excellent defensive game plan for his Northwestern team. They came out with a 3-2 zone defense and it denied open shots for Keita Bates-Diop, who was held to just 5 points in each half. Towards the end of the game, Coach Collins installed a full-court zone press that disrupted the Buckeyes' efforts to bring the ball up the court as the game went into the final 4 minutes, with Ohio State holding a comfortable 11-point lead at 66-55. But this was a very determined Northwestern team, and they refused to give up, cutting the lead to just 3 at 68-65 when Scotty Lindsey made a 3-point shot with just 45 seconds left. On Ohio State's next possession, the Buckeyes got the ball up the court against the press, and C.J. Jackson was fouled with just 26 seconds left, putting him on the line for a crucial 1-and-1. C.J. made both free throws to give Ohio State a 5-point lead, and when Northwestern's Vic Law missed a 3-point shot, Keita Bates-Diop blocked the next shot, and Andre Wesson grabbed the rebound to put the game away for the Buckeyes. Northwestern was determined, and most determined to shoot the 3-point shot the entire game and rely on it, even though they weren't very good at it. It reminds me of the joke in the movie Tin Cup about golfers who enjoy playing golf every week, even if they aren't any good at it. At one point in the second half, Northwestern was just 6 of 22 on their 3-point attempts. It was foolish of Northwestern to get into a 3-point shooting contest against the Buckeyes. They finished the game 8 of 27 for 29.7%, compared to the Buckeyes who made 6 of 17 for 35%. Both teams made 26 field goals, but the Buckeyes worked the ball inside much more often, and as a result drew more fouls and made more free throws, making 13 of 17 free throws, including the 2 crucial ones at the end by C.J. Jackson. Northwestern just didn't have the patience or the ability to work the ball inside, even though they were successful when they did, making 18 of 31 2-point shots for 58%. Ohio State held a solid lead in rebounding, with 10 offensive rebounds to only 5 for Northwestern. Great job on the boards by the Buckeyes. Overall, Ohio State out-rebounded Northwestern 38-25. Coming up next, I'll talk about the play of the Buckeyes on offense. But first, I'd like to issue an invitation to all HoopsOnLane.com Fan Podcast fans to watch the next game, this coming Saturday, at Endeavor Brewing Company at 909 West 5th Avenue in Grandview. Join me and Agonis Club members to watch Ohio State play the Minnesota Golden Gophers in New York City at historic Madison Square Garden. There is no cover charge, and there is free parking in the Goodwill lot. The Agonis Club is a non-profit organization that supports Central Ohio athletes with scholarships and is very active in the football season. Join us for this basketball event as the undefeated Buckeyes try to maintain their perfect Big Ten record against Minnesota. Tip-off is at noon, so plan to arrive around 11:30 a.m. at Endeavor Brewing Company, 909 West 5th Avenue in Grandview. Now, back to the victory over Northwestern. This game was a team victory, as many Buckeyes contributed. Micah Potter was excellent coming off the bench, making all 5 of his field goal attempts, including making his only 3-point attempt and making both free throws he attempted. He scored 13 points to lead the Buckeyes in scoring. Micah just appeared to be more aggressive than Caleb Wesson when getting the ball down low on the blocks. Caleb Wesson should have dominated Northwestern center Derek Pardon, but he did not. C.J. Jackson and Jayshawn Tate each scored 12 points. C.J. was only 1 of 6 on his 3-point shots, but the one he made was crucial as the shot clock was just about to expire and restored Ohio State's lead to double digits in the second half. Most importantly, C.J. made 3 of 4 free throws in the last minute and gathered an offensive rebound from his missed free throw with 13 seconds left to effectively end the game. It was a heads-up play. C.J. also gathered 5 rebounds, gave 8 assists, and made 3 steals while committing only 2 turnovers. Jayshawn Tate was 5 of 9 from the field, all 2-point shots, and many of them at crucial times. That's a senior stepping up. Keita Bates-Diop scored 10 points, shooting 4 of 12 from the field and 0 for 3 on his 3-point shots. And the worst part is that he only took 3 3-point shots. Keita needs to use his height when shooting from the outside and go up straight, not fade away on his 3-point shots. Still, he made some excellent baskets at crucial times, starting with Ohio State's first basket when Ohio State fell behind early, and a crucial basket with 4 minutes left to put Ohio State up by 11 at 66-55. He gathered 8 rebounds to lead the Buckeyes and blocked Northwestern's final field goal attempt with 19 seconds left, and the Buckeyes only up by 5. Cam Williams scored just 7 points, but made 3 of his 5 shots, including 2 long jumpers. The first one was ruled to be a 2-point shot. He made both those shots in the first 5 minutes of the second half to put Northwestern behind by double digits. And finally, kudos to Andrew Dockich, who made 2 of 3 3-point shots and played 23 minutes without making a turnover. What impressed me most was the play that Dockich made with about 7 minutes left. He had been shooting well, but he still looked to make the great pass when he got the ball outside at the 3-point line, catching the ball and instantly passing it into Micah Potter, who drew the foul and made both free throws. Dockich would not be credited with an assist on that scoring play, but it was a credit to his post-senior leadership that he still looked for the pass first and not letting his good shooting go to his head. Finally, Andre Wesson was solid off the bench, making a 3-point shot which he has now done 2 games in a row. He also gathered 3 rebounds and made 3 assists with just 1 turnover. It looks like he is gaining confidence and he is getting more playing time. It was a win for the Buckeyes, and that is all that matters. It wasn't pretty, but it was solid defense again that carried the day for the Buckeyes. Ohio State remains unbeaten in the Big Ten and tied with Purdue for first place, both teams with identical 7-0 records. Ohio State's next game is Saturday, January 20th at noon against the Golden Gophers in a game to be played in Madison Square Garden. The game will be on Big Ten Network. Look for Minnesota to use the full-court zone press against the Buckeyes also, as Northwestern exposed that vulnerability of the Buckeyes. It's something that Coach Holtman will be working on in practice. This is Dave Horning for HoopsOnLane.com Fan Podcast. Way to go, Bucks.